In today's video, I'm happy to be sharing my favorite holiday room and would love for you to join me. Welcome to our sitting room, which I'm so excited to share with you today, especially the tree, which we'll go look at in just a minute. I've already decorated the room, so this will be more of a walk and talk kind of look around. So how about we start right here in the corner and we'll work our way around. This blanket ladder was a DIY project many years ago. I think everybody needs a blanket ladder somewhere in their home. It's such a great way to fill a little blank spot, whether you have it flat against your wall or catty corner. It's a great spot to just hang some colorful or not so colorful throws and even decor. So this year I've just got the basic white throws at the top and bottom. Then in the middle I hung this. It's actually a tablecloth from Home Goods, but I love that it's got the red, white, and green just to echo the colors going on around the rest of the room, and a little bit of a vintage vibe. And the bows with the vintage bells, I think they're from Home Goods. I have one at the top and bottom. In years past, I've hung them from the back of either our bar stools or chairs, so I thought this year, let's just hang it from the blanket ladder. From there, we'll come on down here to this little accent piece. Another Home Goods find. Love that bottom shelf. And for Christmas this year, just have a very basic lamp, and to give it a little bit of whimsy, wrap this piece of garland around the base. And then down on the bottom shelf, I just have a very simple tray, a fringed dishcloth, and then colorful books, cute little whimsical house. And then to offset all of that white, brought in this vintage rocking horse. I know it's got white on it too, but I'm hoping that the red adds a little bit of contrast. Coming on up here is our love seat. This is an IKEA find. It's their Ektorp, which unfortunately they don't carry it anymore. For Christmas, just added white on white. This is another tablecloth that I just rested over the back for a pop of color, and I love plaid this time of year. This really pretty pillow is, I think it's another Home Goods find, but I love the trees and the stars and how they too have the plaid, but also a vintage feel. These candelabras used to be in the dining room, but if you caught my dining room video last week, I shared with you our new wall sconces that took their place, so I brought them on in here. And for the holidays, just added a simple piece of red ribbon. This mirror, I meant to paint the retreat the same color as the bookcases. I may get around to it, but for now it's just boring white. And then I added a wreath with little shiny bright ornaments and a vintage Santa ribbon, which tie in with the tree, which I can't wait to share with you in just a second. There, I'll turn you to the bookcase. Most notably is the backing. This is gift wrap from Target, part of their Hearth and Hand line. Once again, love that plaid. I just used double-sided tape, and unfortunately it's kind of starting to pucker in some places, but at this point, I don't mind. These glasses are from IKEA. They had them on sale for $1.99 a piece, so we grabbed a few more last weekend, and then to one added a few vintage-like ornaments. The decanter is from Target Dollar Spot a few years ago. Just wrapped the faux red crystals around them for a little holiday embellishment. And then I just added that white platter behind them just so they wouldn't blend in to the wallpaper. I thought the white would help them pop a bit. This cute bowl is a Home Goods find a few years ago, but this is a recent purchase. It's from Hobby Lobby. I think I shared it in my Christmas decor haul video. And if you've been hanging out with me long enough, you know I love my symmetry and the diagonal method. So because I have a house there, well, why not have one there? And because I have that white bowl with a candle, why not bring in a white lantern with a candle? It's all about my crazy need for balance. And then way up at the top, the glass canisters are usually in here with the rolled up book pages, but I like to switch out the middle one for the season or the holiday. So I just have some very basic ornaments, although I did add a few colorful shiny brights. From the bookcase, I want to share the fireplace next. However, I need to share a before snippet with you first. So for a long time, we've had just this faux brick backing and then the birch logs, but found a way to cozy this up just a little bit. What do you think? Y'all, I love this little electric stove. I think that's what they call it. I wanted some ambiance, and I just love that little faux fire with the flames. And what's really nice is there's a box on the bottom, and it puts out heat if you want to. You can either just have the flames on, or you can turn the heat on as well. Don't have the heat on because it heats this room up really quickly, but I just love the ambiance that it adds. Thankfully, we had a plug right there. I tried to disguise it with a little bit of greenery. I didn't do the best job, but I may end up painting the wire white just so it blends in with the brick a little bit better. And then, like I mentioned, added garland on the top just so it could spill over and hide the outlet. Then for balanced, added an oversized nutcracker to each side. We've had these cuties for many, many years. They are in desperate need of some TLC, but for now, I think they're hanging in there. Now, before I show you above the mantle, once again, I have to share a little bit of a before video. I shared this really pretty canvas in my Christmas decor haul video, and while I love it, just wasn't crazy about how purpley, orangey, yellow the sky is. So I got out my craft paint sponge, and a couple of paint brushes. Tried to give it a little bit of a makeover just so it would fit in better in our room. Here's the after. Okay, clearly I do not have that artistic gene that my mom has or my sisters when it comes to painting, but I'm glad I was able to cover up some of that purple. I did end up adding blue to make it look like the sky's peeking through the clouds. But all in all, not perfect, but I feel like it looks a little bit better for this room. And then to each side, I brought in these little pencil trees, added vintage looking ornaments. We have the carolers, and then right in the middle is this adorable sign. It actually lights up. I'll have it lit up for my evening home tour. We have more carolers over here and then a matching pencil tree. As for the garland, this is my favorite garland from Walmart. I actually stacked two together just so it looked a little more full. I thought about adding ornaments to it, but I just decided to keep it simple. I really wanted that print to be the focal point. And just added a little bit of red ribbon for just a very soft embellishment. And then, no surprise, that bookcase matches exactly what I did to the other one. This girl loves her symmetry. Before I share the tree, I want to make a pit stop at this accent chair. Another IKEA find. I found this throw at HomeGoods. They only had one left, so I ended up cutting it up the middle, so I have one for the matching accent chair that I'll share with you in a second. These cute pillow covers are from IKEA, and what I love is that they're reversible so that on one side the taller tree is on the right, but then on the other side the tree is on the left. See what I mean? On the other chair the taller red tree is on the right, but on this chair or pillow the taller tree is on the left. And here is my most favorite tree, only because of some of the ornaments that are now on this tree. And I hope you don't mind, but I want to share a little background story with you. When I went to see my mom not too long ago, she let me go in the attic and look for a couple of Christmas ornaments that unfortunately I couldn't find, but they mesmerized me when I was younger. They were goose eggs that had glitter in the back, and I just thought they were so magical. But while I was looking through them, I came across boxes of shiny brights, and my mom was so kind enough to say, go ahead and take them. And so I did. Like that one I love that one. Just their vintage look. They even have those original thicker hooks. A few handmade ones, like that one. She even had an ornament that I made in kindergarten. But even though I couldn't find the egg ornaments, she did have one that I clearly remember. This is a picture of me when I was 4 years old, Christmas morning. My poor mom looks exhausted from having stayed up until 4 in the morning wrapping presents for my sisters and me. But anyway, do you see the ornament to my right? It's right there. Well, what I love is that that ornament is now right here on our tree. And it mesmerized me because of the glitter in the back. I've tried to position the light where you can see it. I didn't do a very good job, but it is still magical to me, and I am so thankful to have that and the other vintage ornaments now on this tree. I will be excited to decorate this every year, but I have to give a shout out to my sister Mitch because forever I wanted to duplicate those ornaments with the glitter in the back, the dioramas. And so over the years, she's found ornaments for me that kind of mirror them. Like I love this one. And then there is this one. They light up, but the batteries have run out. I need to replace them. And then there's this one. Aren't they beautiful? Now, because some of the ornaments were broken, I couldn't put them on the tree, I still wanted to display them. So what I did is I brought out the original boxes that they came in. Still has my mom's handwriting on them. And I placed those ornaments in there along with some of my newer Shiny Brights. So now they're just part of the decor. As for the rest of the coffee table, well, I should mention this is a new find, Facebook Marketplace. It's a little banged up on the bottom, need to give it a fresh coat of paint, but I wanted a glass coffee table in here just so visually it didn't take up a lot of space. Added basic white candles, my battery operated, well, candle holders, candlesticks, battery operated candles. In the middle I have this faux cedar garland, or actually those are picks. But look, had to add some of the vintage candy to tie in with everything that's vintage in here. You remember this candy. You go to grab one piece and like 12 other pieces are stuck to it. More faux crystal beads. And then this beautiful vintage ceramic tree. This was part of my Christmas decor haul. Lastly, I've got that bowl down there that I fill with a little bit of greenery, books, and the vintage Happy Holidays books is from Home Goods. Well, friends, that's all for today. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the video and will consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be back later in the week to share my evening Christmas home tour and would love for you to join me.